What's going on, guys? Give me just a few seconds here, and I'm gonna get started because I think this message is important to people because I want to talk about dealing with loss. Um, just over the weekend, I dealt with my own loss, and dealing with loss can be difficult. And across my timeline, I've seen a lot of people who are who have lost people over the weekend or over the past week, and or who is expecting to lose someone, that's near and dear to their heart. So I just wanted to do this video, just to kind of encourage people and kind of give them a few tips. A few tips that I've actually learned to deal with grief, because loss can mean a lot of different things. We could lose a job, um, have a death of a loved one, lose a relationship, lose wealth, lose our well-being, whatever it is. But over the weekend, like I said, I saw so many posts where people passed away, including my own, great uncle, John. So I want to, first of all, just thank everybody for all your condolences, and just share something, that may actually help you, make this time a little more bearable to you. Because when we lose someone, you know, or something unexpectedly, or we're expecting to lose someone, it could really cause a lot of pain and hurt, and because dealing with any kind of loss is rarely an easy experience for anyone to go through. So that's the reason why I wanted to create this live, with the intent just to help those who are having a difficult time, dealing with loss, especially those who have been deeply affected by the death of a loved one. There's really, uh, no way we can actually shelter ourselves from the sadness that we feel, or the emptiness that we experience inside when we actually lose someone. So, guys, I know that we all react to sadness and loss differently, but we actually share some similarities. We miss that loved one. It can really dawn on us suddenly without warning that that person is no longer here with us. For me, when I was dealing with some, loss in my life, because I've dealt with several, so far, I would go through my day and I would unexpectedly, well up in tears. I couldn't think clearly, or I couldn't concentrate on anything, and I really that person is no sorry about that here with us. But anyway, I wanted to make sure I could hear myself. But I would unexpectedly well up with tears, and I couldn't think clearly. I couldn't concentrate on my day-to-day activities or anything. And I really often wondered to myself, would I ever feel whole again? Because that part of me, felt missing. But, guys, time and love, it really seemed to be a really good friend to me. This was once I realized it, because it took some time to actually realize that time and love was actually, you know, my best friend. Because we need that time to process. We need that time to rest our bodies and our minds. We need that time to make the necessary adjustments to our life, without being with that loved one, without having that loved one with us anymore. And so that I believe that God, through love, it heals every chance that it gets, even if it's just a few seconds at a time. Let's just say, for an example, if a friend comes along and you're dealing with your grief, and a friend comes along with this, might be, it might have a silly joke, or might have, a nice piece of music that they're playing. It may uplift your spirit, if only for a few moments. If it's only for a few moments, it could just uplift your spirits at that time. Guys, that right there is the nature, is the nature of the healing presence that's within us, through that medium of love, that really acts whenever there's a slightest opening. And when we have that opening, every moment of love helps us through the healing process. So it's important that we allow ourselves to be loved in every way. It could be through a spiritual system, if you go to a church, whatever, or it can simply be, being with people who really care about us. Because during that grieving process, it's a time that, it's a time to look for the love, that surrounds us, so that we can avoid, feeling or being stuck in that grief that we're experiencing. So I just want to give you guys, 7 tips or 7 ways that, that you can actually be able to go through your grief and not be stuck in it. So number 1 is really, if you go to a church or some type of spiritual center, talk to the minister or the leader there. It can really help, because when you're talking to someone who is really knowledgeable in dealing with grief, it prevents you from keeping those things bottled up inside of you. Because guys, if you don't talk about it with someone who can actually help you, or if you don't talk about it at all, guys, that is a waste of love. You're wasting the love that is surrounding you. People who are willing to, help you and guide you through it. So number 2 is release any sense of guilt that you might have, because there's really no sense of regretting the things that you did do or that you didn't do. So keep in mind, keep the good things that happen in your relationship in mind, so that you can have the opportunity to move on, because love, guys, love conquers all. So keep that love around you. All right. Number 3 is just slowly begin to, resume your normal activities. You don't have to rush into this, but slowly picking up the broken pieces of your life, it can help you, begin living normally again. And number 4 is let yourself be loved by others. Let yourself be loved by others, because the family and friends that are around you, they want to help you, and they can. They can help you, because, just think about it like this. You've given so much good in life that it's your turn to have it be returned to you. And number 5 is, while you are accepting love, talk about it. Talk about it. This is the natural flow of giving and receiving as we live, and talking is a part of this. Sometimes people don't know how to, come to you, because they think that they're going to be disturbing you. That's their fear that they have, that they might be disturbing you. So sometimes you might need to initiate it, but please talk about it. Talk to someone. And number 6 is, ask yourself if you can be of help to someone. Help someone with something. Because we rarely think about it, but helping someone can be actually uplifting, and it can actually ease our the pain in our heart, while we're helping, someone else, and we can start to feel more complete again. And number 7, if you pray, just talk to God. Even if you don't pray, just talk to God. That little quiet moments that you have talking to God can bring, serenity into your life. It brings that presence closer to you, and it can make things a little more bearable for you. But love and time and love, guys, it can really help you, get through these difficult times in life, because I know what grief feels like, and I know many of us do, and a lot of us, we stay stuck in that grief, and we don't know how to deal with it, So, whether it's the death of a loved one, whether this death is expected or sudden, guys, we are never quite ready to let go of the sight and feel of that person. you know, even if we really believe that they're still, you know, they still live and move on in ways we can't experience now. So I really hope these tips were helpful to you. You know, just knowing these things really helped me, you know, get through, you know, the grief that I had from, you know, from the loss that I've had in my life. So I really hope this was useful to you. Guys, just know everything will be okay. For all of those people who have recently lost someone or who has lost someone in the past, but, you know, are feeling stuck, you know, just know everything will be all right. You know, even those who are, you know, expecting to lose someone soon, because, you know, I know, you know, what it feels like to care for someone, you know, who are, you know, about to get ready to pass away. So I love you guys. You know, I say this in all of love. And if you ever need someone to talk to, guys, I'm here, you know, just to have a listening ear, you know. So I'll go ahead and end this now. But you guys have a wonderful day. And I really hope this helped you out. Thanks.